Please comment, like,
share, and subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Spicy, tasty vegan cuisine. Yeah.
He put himself into harm's way. When I saw him run to the car to the truck, I'm like, oh God. Because we know he's going to the truck and he's pushing. Him and the cop pushing that. Not one time. And that really showed me that this is not America. But she would seclude herself and then just get in front of the camera and just disrespect people. And she came here with two. How you come here with two? Let's go. Our Gambian brothers and sisters. They're bringing you everything. They're catering to you. This is what you do. It's not in demand. So we have to realize that we come here, but we are one. We have to talk to our brothers and sisters to understand their culture and for them to understand our culture. We're all African, but we have different cultures. Americans, we were taught by the white man. We have the white man's education. You see what I'm saying? But we need to come together as one and get rid of all the riffraff. Because Americans, like I said, we are going to be our own tribe. Because we can't have a bickering back and forth because we need each other. Yes. We need each other. So if we weren't connected in America, when we come here, we have no other right but to be connected.
You leave all the bull crap behind.
You know, you would
hear that same scamming people stuff, man.
And we would galvanize because it's only a few of us. But there are some folks, like you were saying before, they didn't leave their neurosis and their mental challenges behind. Now, we do know if you eat better, you're going to think better. But if you come here eating the same kind of food, how are you going to make any progress?
You're not. There are, if they would have did what they were supposed to do, it wouldn't have been any problems because we would have, guest houses make money. We are going to, just like with our Gambian brothers and sisters, if they go to America, they're going to look for their Gambian brothers and sisters or somewhere where they can communicate, speak the language, and live their culture.
Yes.
Same thing here, right? We have been taught in America, don't go to Africa. Those people are this, those people are that, it's poor. A lawyer told me, you're going to get AIDS. I said, you can get AIDS in America, bro. If you are out here cheating on your wife, because that's what you were doing, you can get that there.
AIDS is a disease created by the white man.
But it's just the mindset of what we were taught. When I was younger, I always said I wanted to go to Africa. When I finally got the opportunity to come here to study abroad 9 years ago, people in the church, why are you going to Africa? Why you want to go to Africa? I'm like, because I'm African. Why wouldn't you want to go where your ancestors are from? So the mindset is a disconnection. They've created this disconnection. It's us and them. We're all African.
But we have folks that have been put in positions to defend the established positions of those that have been trying to keep us suppressed. We're talking about, and I'm stepping on toes, fraternities. We're talking about the bootlegs.
Yes.
I mean, they just go up so far and they want to pull you down. We've had some folks, talk shows, they won't touch us because we are about truth, we're about integrity, and we're about what? Keeping the same status quo. As long as they're looking out for themselves and their immediate families, how reptilian. That's just the way they are.
Yeah.
But you know what I tell people, I was telling one of my Bohemian brothers from the Bahamas, and he was trying to understand, and I was like, man, you doing good for yourself, man, you finished school, you doing the electrical thing. And I said, I'm doing okay for myself, but my status hasn't changed. And he was like, what do you mean? I said, let's just say I became rich, and I got like $1 billion or something, and I moved to Beverly Hills. The first thing, and I moved in the white, Beverly Hills is white. The first thing the white people gonna be like is, what he do to get over here,
Yeah.
how he get over here,
Yeah.
why he stay over here. You know what I mean? Do he sell drugs? What type of work do he
Is
do?
he an athlete?
Yeah, he an
Or
athlete.
you entertainer?
So if I go down and drive my car, and the police pull me over, the first thing they gonna ask me is, who car is this? Where did you get this car?
Correct.
Where did you work? Let me see your license and registration.
Prove it.
Okay. The second thing is, I might take her shopping. We might go shopping. We might go to Christian Dior or Louis Vuitton or somewhere. They gonna follow us around. They gonna follow us around, make sure we not stealing. You know what I mean? Be like, oh, pretend like, oh, can we help you out with anything? You know, before we get to the door, we go to the finest 5-star restaurants. They gonna be cautious of serving us because they think we're gonna walk out or we're not gonna tip them and stuff like that.
We can't afford it.
But what I was telling him these things is, you see how they was treating me, even though if I had that money, you see how they was treating me. The reason why, because no matter how much money you get, you can't, when they see you, they don't look at you as an individual. They look at your people and they see the predicament of your people. You can take a white boy and he can be trailer park trash. He can be lowest of the low, but he can still go work somewhere and get the same respect, or much respect, as Eddie Murphy or anybody else, because they look at the predicament of his people. When they see us, black people think this is an individual thing. No, when the white man see us, they see us as a group. They look at us, okay, look at the predicament of his people. It's impossible for him to be living in a house like that. It's impossible for her to be driving a car like that. It's impossible for him to be working that type of job like that. It's impossible for him to have the education that he has. So they look at us as a group of people. And so if we try to scribe off an individual, you're gonna fall. You're not gonna never get this success, because you will never be able to rise above your people because the predicament. And when they see us, they see the predicament. You can go anywhere. You can go to China. They gonna look at you as, oh man, they looking at you like, oh, black people are dirty. You bad. You can go to Philippines. Oh man, you dirty. You know what I mean? But that white man, that trailer park white man, he can have on the raggedest clothes.
Yes,
he can have on. They'll bring him food. Oh, he just doing bad for a moment. He will uprise.
And they'll try to help him.
They'll try to help him. They'll help him. They'll help him. They'll help him. They'll help him. So man, we got to get on off that individualness. Quit being individual, because when they look at us, they look at us as our predicament. Our predicament. They looking at us as a group predicament, and our predicament is the lowest and lowest.
They put us there.
Because you see, if we don't come together, if we, I want to share this on my YouTube, but if we don't come together as a people, as a group, if we don't come together, we know China already said Africa should be theirs, right? And they won. If I'm not mistaken, they colonized Zambia, and there's too many people in China, and they see
cities.
Africa is the Garden of Eden. None of these continents will be able to sustain themselves if it wasn't for Africa. This is why every other continent is in Africa, stealing Mother Africa dry, raping Mother Africa dry. But if we don't come together and China takes over Africa, we all gonna be slaves again.
Believe it or not, the next great world war will be the fight over Africa.
I agree.
It always has been.
I agree.
Even you can ask, but I got this history from Professor James Smalls, who says, you know what I mean, the first World War started over. They don't tell you over Africa.
And all the wars have been
Africa when the Berlin Conference, and they kind of cheated. They cheated Germany out of it, and Germany was mad years and years. And it was like, okay, the rest of Europe living high off the hog. We finna bring all of Europe down. We can't eat. You know, so the next great war will be over Africa.
Yes.
But the thing is, we have to have the knowledge of that. We got to have the knowledge of what's under our feet, what's in this soil. And once, this is my intake of it. This is my intake. It's gonna come a time. It ain't happened yet, but this is my intake. I could be wrong, but it's gonna come a time where white people are gonna start slaughtering black people in America by the thousands.
I agree.
By the thousands.
Because that's what they're saying, like they're building up to now.
Have you heard of the COVID-19 jab?
And we have John Legend on a commercial. This is for us.
Yes.
This is for, no, this is not for us.
Baby, when I say
They have
it's gonna be
experimented
like,
on
I
us
got
enough.
mine. Did you
I
get
like how you
yours?
put
It's gonna be,
that
it's gonna be a social status. I
And
see it
it
on
is.
Facebook. I got mine. Did you get yours?
Someone said that to me
It's a
here.
social
So,
status.
but you see,
I want that.
this is how they gonna do. They got the 3 M's. They do what they do when they come to Africa. They got missionaries, they got military. I mean, no, they come with the money second, and then they come with the military. Same with the Corona. You got John Legend. He's the missionary. You got these missionaries.
All these
Then
black
they finna
celebrities
start. Then they gonna come
get
with
your shot.
get your shot. Then they gonna come with the money, and then after that they gonna be like knocking on
They're
your door.
already offering the money because in Ohio they put you into a lottery to win $1 million if you get the vaccine. They're already, it's already happening.
I was wondering if we could possibly look at this just a slight different way. From the years that I've been here, and also, you know, just going out. I've been here almost 5 years. Okay, from the years that I've been here, and before coming from Turtle Island, we call it America.
Yeah, he nice.
Yeah, we're just looking at
Thank
it.
you. How are you? Thank you. You're looking good too.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I'll get an official hug.
How are you?
So pretty, I'm okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, look at that. How are you? Spicy, tasty vegan.
That's my friend.
This
How
is
is salad?
That's how you know the Americans.
Haile Selassie. I always forget that. Thank you.
Ethiopian.
Thank you. He's he's an Ethiopian. That's right. Wow. Thank you all for coming.
You.
Thank you. Yeah,
She always looks so
I let
great.
my staff, make me up today. I haven't done it in a long time. And it's hot today, so you have to be comfortable.
Every time I see you all, you are dressed alike. You do this all the time.
Yeah, he asked me, what should I wear today? And I said, put this on.
She does a very good job
The only
taking
thing-
care of me, feeding me, and dressing me appropriately so I don't embarrass her. So, I'm cool.
Yeah.
That's the partnership. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and plus he's a person that's in the public's eye all the time with singing.
Yeah.
So he's always, get on the stage and look really nice, but after the stage he'll just throw on anything. I mean, I've seen him wear an outfit for 2 weeks. I think you may have seen it, Bobo. Well,
He's in the house, he doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
And in defense, there is no fashion patrol here.
I keep telling her that. I keep telling her that. He's like, baby, how does this look? I said, baby, you look so good. Oh my God. I said, you look fine.
It doesn't matter here.
Anything you put on, it's covering.
It's
It looks
covering.
great. You look fabulous.
Yeah.
So you still.
Yeah, I just wanted to say too,
Yes.
just look at it from a different perspective of consciousness. And if we were to look at it from different folks that are on certain levels of consciousness that are, we won't say that are problems to us, but certain challenges. But it's my understanding and my belief that they're on their way out. Because the planet that we're on right now is ascending at a very fast rate. That's why you look at time and it shot by, just like that.
Yes.
So if your energy is very dense and heavy, like liars, cheaters, thieves, murderers, all of this is dense energy. It's weight. It can't stay on. It has to fall off. And so that's what you have. Even though the appearance may be interesting and peculiar, but they're leaving. In America, they're leaving because some of them have elected through either fear or stupidity. Okay? Now, also in China, if you've been following what has been happening for the last 5 to 6 months, China's been flooding. 1/4 of China looks like a water park. And most of the dams to relieve the pressure, they do it at night when a lot of people are sleeping.
Correct.
So you've had a lot of folks that are no longer here in China. And many of the people now are committing sideways or suicide because they know of the impending famine. And it's real easy to do it. All you gotta do is stop drinking water for 3 days.
That's true.
Watch Tom and Jerry or whatever, and you're gone.
Yeah.
So, and you have the others in the United States and others that are wearing those masks for over 2 hours at a time. You do that, you have irreversible brain damage, and it's a slippery slope. From there, your brain, which would be in charge of your immune system, can't do it. So when something simple like a simple cold or the flu is you're out. And some people may label it whatever they want to label it. But in terms of consciousness, those that are on a lower level, the 3D consciousness, they can't stay on this planet. There's another planet that's similar to this, where they're going to go and complete their evolution, whichever way that goes. But they can't be on this one. And that's why they're going the way they're going. Just a different way of looking at it. And the other way, I understand that we are all one, no matter the way it looks at it. And what we've been talking about is some people that, kind of landed on this free will planet about 26,000 years ago. And even though they have kind of like had people to do their bidding or whatever, like with everything else, the pendulum goes up and it comes back down. And if you look at it in terms of sheer number, there are more people of color here than there are people that don't have the melanin. So just the numbers itself, you'll have more hybrid people and more people that are doing the bidding. There are people of color.
Please comment, like,
Share and subscribe.
follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Spicy, tasty vegan cuisine. Yeah.